Hello friends, this is continuing to part 2, which we explained many kinds of questions about subnetting, but we missed two kind of them, which I will try to explain in this video. So one of them is the question will ask for subnet mask, and it will give you the total number of subnet and the hosts per each subnet. Also it gives you the IP address. So to find the subnet mask from the total number of subnet, the first step is to identify your IP address, which classes is belong to. For example, I have 172.16.00. I have to know which classes is belong. So as you know, we have more than 5 classes, and if you forgot these classes, you can get them from Google, but you should know, and it is very easy. As you see, we have class A, B, C, D, and our IP address which is given in the question is obvious. It's belong to class B. In class B, we have 2 portion for network and 2 portion for host. Let me write it down. Class B. As you see, we have 2 portion for network, which is static, and 2 portion for host. So the 2H is represent the host's part, which is can be distributed for the hosts. So you can straight away write 255.255, and the other 2 part is unknown, and we have to find them. And we can find them through the total number of subnet. In this question, it gives us 810. So according to the rules, 2 power something, it's equals to the total number of subnet. So total number of subnets. So we have to find a number which is approximate is equal 810. So we have to find 2 power something which is at least equal to 810 or more than this number. So I'll get the calculator in order to find that number. So change it to scientific calculator. 2 power, let's say 2 power 8 is equal to 256, which is not near our number. So we try 2 power 9, 512, still not that number we want. So 2 power 10, it's about 1042. So we can say 2 power 10 is the subnet numbers. As you see, our number is bigger than the given number, so you never get the exact number. So don't worry about this. You just need to get the number which is more than the 810. And from the subnets, from that 10, it means that 10 bits from our binary is on. So we have 8 and 2 from the other portion is on. So now we can easily find the subnet mask. We change this binary to a number, which we explained it in the part 1 or 2. So if all the binary is on, it means it 255. The first one is explained 128, and the second one is 64. So we get the sum of these 2 numbers, 128 plus 64, it's equal 192. 128 plus 64, it's equals 192. So our subnet mask is 255, 255, 255, 192. So this is how easily we can find the subnet mask. We can check the answer is correct. So in summary, all you have to do is to identify your class of the IP address in order to identify how many classes you have. If you have a class B, so it means you have 2 portion for host and 2 portion for network. And if it is another class, for example class C, you have in class C you have 3 portion for network and 1 portion for host. So through this you can easily find the subnet mask. In class C, let's say we have a class C. Class C we have 3 network portion and 1 host portion. So the first 3 part will be static. You can straight away write 255, 255, and all your work will be on the last part, and you can find the subnet from the given number. We have another example, another question which gives 40 subnet and 850 host. For this, what we do, let's write down the IP address again, and we said the first thing we have to identify which classes we have. We have class B, and as you know, class B we have 2 network portion and 2 hosts portion. So from the total subnet we can find the rest of the mask. So we have to find the number which is power to something will be equal to 44. So 2 power something should equal to 40. So let me get the calculator. 2 power 3, for example, or 5, 32. 2 power 6, 64. So 2 power 6 is our number. So it means we have 6 bit should be on in our binary number. So we can write 6 here. So 2 power 6 equals 64, which we said we never get the number, the given number, so you have to get a number bigger than what is given. So let me convert it to binary. So we have 6 bit on and 2 is off, and the rest will be off, 0. So if we want to convert it to a number, so we have 255, 255, and we have to calculate this binary in order to be converted. First one is 128, second one is 64, plus third one is 32, plus the fourth is 16, the fifth one is 8, and the last one is 4. So we get 252, and the last octet is 0. So our subnet mask is 255, 255, 252, 0. Let's check our answer. Click submit. Yes, it's correct. So this is how easily you find the subnet mask from the given number of total subnet. Another question. Another type of question which asks for the network ID and broadcast ID. We explained this question is in part 2 and part 1. We can find them using the 3 rules. So in this example, if it asks you for finding network ID or broadcast ID, broadcast ID means the last IP and network ID means the first IP in the network. As I said, we explained that we can find them using the 3 rules, but in this example it has a real situation. So let's find out how we solve this. As we said, according to the 3 rules, if you have all your work will be on the subnet mask. If you have subnet mask 255, so straight away you will use the IP address. So we can say the network ID is 192 because the subnet mask is 255, and the second part is 168 because we have 255, and the third part will be 10 because we have 255. But the last one, because we have 224, it is not 255 and it is not 0, and so we have to do some calculation. For the broadcast ID is the same. If you have 255, you can use the IP address straight away. And because we don't have 255 or 0, so we have to do a little calculation to find out what is the last number or IP address. So for this, we say 256 So the calculation will be like this: 256 minus the subnet mask, the given subnet mask 224, is equals 32, and this 32 should be incremented until you get a number which is at least larger than our IP address. But as you see, it is already bigger than the IP address, the given IP address. So what we do, we use a number before that number we got 32, which is equals 0 for the network ID. In the three rules we mentioned that we do increment for the number until we get the IP address, and when we get the number which is bigger than our IP address, we will use a number before that, and the number before 32 is 0. So for the network ID will be 0. And for the broadcast, we said we will use the last number which is bigger than the given IP address. In this case is 32 minus 1 will be our broadcast ID. I hope this explanation was clear for everybody and you can solve any questions regarding the subnetting. Hope you see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. See you next time.